Hi, I'm Zach Stewart.
Laura Hotchkiss.
And I'm Daniel Kvoras. On this podcast, we improvise in character as hosts of a morning radio show in a fictional country called the Driftwood Isles.
Everything we say is made up, and none of the events, people, or places are real.
It's that simple. Now enjoy this episode of Good Morning Driftwood.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Good Morning Driftwood. We're back. I am one of your hosts, Bench PerDiem. With me, as always, is Dirk Wiley.
Well, hi there.
And Penelope MacGuffin.
Well, hello.
Good morning to you two as well. Good morning to our listeners. Another wonderful, beautiful morning here on the Driftwood Isles.
The weather.
It's a tasty, tasty rays of sun coming down. Sun just
tasty
soaking it
sun.
up. Delicious.
Succulent, gentle breeze.
A succulent sunlight.
You love to see it. You love to taste it, folks.
Indeed we do. Every damn day.
Well, let's just dive right into this next bit of business that we have. And this next bit of business is about a bit of business.
Oh, no.
You came in, you're like, ooh, I'm going to have a lot of fun with this one. You really dove in.
I'm so
and
sorry.
the moment your face looked confident, that's when it fell apart.
Yeah, I'm so
Story
sorry.
of my life.
I'm gonna need. I think we all need to take a moment and just like wait
Yeah,
as
let's
you do.
unpack
Do you
this.
want to
We're
do
not
your?
gonna get-
You were doing
Gonna get
something.
to
You were doing
anything
something fun, and you realized it. And when you realize it, you're like, "Ooh, I got something here!"
Yep.
And it was in that moment.
That everything came tumbling down and
Indeed.
crashing.
Indeed.
I think you need to just take a moment to do your vocal warm ups again.
Okay.
Because you've been skipping them. We've been very serious about doing our vocal warm ups, and you keep barging in late, last minute with just chugging coffee. And
Yeah,
we
what's
wanted,
been going on with
like,
you lately,
I
man?
think I maybe burned my vocal cords by chugging so much
Yeah.
boiling
So much
hot coffee.
in the
Yeah.
morning. Why do you need so much boiling hot coffee in the morning? What do you do at night?
I just sleep, but not enough.
Why aren't you sleeping enough?
Have you seen those new like sleep trackers that tell you like you've slept 9 hours, but it's the wrong sleep?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like
It's
I
like,
think,
oh, you got
yeah.
9 hours of sleep, but it
it's
was
bad.
worthless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pathetic, and you,
You
should
might
be
as well have
ashamed.
not slept at all.
Yeah.
Why
And-
didn't you just watch a box set on Netflix? It
And
would
you're-
have been the
And
same
these
amount
sleep
of things.
trackers
Yeah.
are so, again, this is all what they are saying.
Yeah.
Like,
you
they are
wake up and you're like, I feel great. I feel refreshed. I feel lovely. And your sleep tracker's like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Don't you say that. Don't you say you
How
feel good.
dare you?
You
think
just start
you
thinking
know
about
how
calling
you
me a
feel.
liar?
Shut up. You go back to sleep.
Calling
horrible.
me a liar, the sleep tracker, the one who was awake all night watching you, that's who you're calling a liar?
I worked so hard, says your sleep tracker. I worked so hard monitoring you all night.
Every day you go out to the office and I'm just here, just watching and like, I gave up my career for you. Okay.
You think I like watching you sleep, you sick fuck? I do this because that's my job. How dare you? How
Calling me a
dare you?
pervert, calling me some kind of sleep pervert who just likes watching sleep. No, I'm doing this for your health. You want to die? That's what you want? I'm keeping you alive.
You should be thanking me. You know what? I don't need to do this anymore. I'm leaving you.
It has been really aggressive ever since
Yeah.
the last software update.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's, I
There's
think,
something going on in that company, I think.
you think?
I think.
Interesting.
Mhm.
So should I do the vocal warm-ups now? Or should I go
I
into
think, I think we do the vocal warm-ups.
All right,
Come on.
Please do.
what to do today at a minute or two, a thing distinctly hard to say, but harder still to do. Now, do we have the rights for this?
I
don't
like
know.
how it went up at the
Yeah,
end.
I like
a
how-
lot of it was very one note, but then at the end you really went to the da da da.
Yeah,
It
it
got
really
very
became
I like to have fun with it.
Yeah.
felt like a jaunty limerick.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
skipping down a lane.
Yes, like a
It's-
delightful little trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Which ones do you guys do?
Oh, my vocal warm-up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
It
I'm
works
so
so well
glad
for
you
you.
asked. I'm so glad you asked because I feel like for the listeners, this is a real glimpse behind the scenes.
Mm.
My vocal warm up is, and we can't do this unfortunately because we just do not have the rights to it,
Mm.
but I sing and rap the entirety of Pitbull's Timber,
Just give us a
Kesha
taste.
parts and everything.
Give us
We
a
can't
taste.
because we will be immediately banned from
Just a
all of our
taste.
social
Pitbull
media.
has
Little
his
taste.
eyes on us like a hawk.
I
We've upset that man too many times. And he is just waiting for a reason to bring us back to court.
That last bit of Pitbull litigation only just got dealt with in the
slid through on a
courts.
technicality.
But all of Pitbull's timbre, it's also because of the key changes and just the fun of it. It's a jaunty little limerick, is Pitbull's timbre.
He's jaunty but very litigious, and we are on his bad side.
Yes. I think
Pitbull is one of the enemies of the Driftwood gang, I would say.
I'm real surprised as well because we did send you to smooth things over.
We did. What
got
happened?
worse. It got a lot worse. I came with the gift basket that we made. It had lots of fruit, which did go bad on the flight, I'll admit. We bought that way too far in advance.
What fruit did you get? Was it just
mostly melon?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
melon? Does melon feels like one of the more
I don't know.
fruits.
Sometimes if you eat the peel, it can be pretty bad.
We got it too far in advance.
Who eats the peel of a melon? That's so rough.
We got it too far in advance. And it was all rind.
And it's a flight.
Did you have like one hole with like a melon scooper? You just took all the inside out.
Yeah, I thought I could do it myself. Well, here's the thing. It was like let's make a fruit basket for him. Like, okay, I'm gonna get ahead of this. So I'm going to make sure we have it, basically. So I made it a few weeks before I actually took the trip.
Did you refrigerate
and
it?
I thought, okay, what's part of the melon would last a few weeks? Obviously the rind.
Yeah.
That's the part that's going to hold up. That fleshy bit in the middle, that's going to go bad in 3 weeks. The rind is going to hold up. So I showed up to Pitbull's studio with a basket full of moldy melon rind. And he did not... He thought it was like a threat and an insult.
Yes.
He didn't take it as the offering of goodwill. He thought it, and now that I look back at it, if someone showed up and gave you a bunch of moldy food,
also
that seems like a screw you as opposed to a hey buddy, let's smooth things over and be friends.
Now
that
when
seems
you
like a
think
slap
about
in the face.
it is also like, Pitbull, you were flying to Miami to meet Pitbull. They have that there. Like you could have got it
melon.
there. Yeah, like you didn't have
Famously, they have melon in Miami.
They have lots of fruits and vegetables.
The best of melons.
Yeah, like it's not a place that they find it difficult to bring fruits and veg to, unless you are, of course, creating a fruit basket, melon balling it yourself on the flight over. Like that.
I thought I could do something artistically with it if I did it. That's also why I did it so far in advance. I'm like, I want to take my time making this.
Oh, see when someone does like a little rose with the, like they peel and they make little rolls out of the, oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I tried that. It didn't work.
Well, you weren't also supposed to take a knife onto the flight. I mean, they were.
Well, I hadn't finished it, so I was trying to do the finishing touches on the flight.
I know, because it's a long journey.
Yeah,
you've got plenty of time to
it's,
spend.
The flight can be anywhere between 3 to 12 hours.
Yeah,
and at that
on
point,
the weather on the island.
At that point, it was crumbling because of the mold. So I was like, I got to make sure I can keep up with this if anything falls off. It was a real all hands on deck. I was putting out fires in real time.
Did you also get in trouble for bringing fruit and vegetables into a foreign country usually a highly regulated thing?
Yeah.
It is. And they told me I couldn't bring it in, but I started just sobbing in front of that immigration officer. And he saw how much of my heart and soul I had put into that. And he also looked at it and said, at this point, I don't think this is this is not actual fruit. This is purely just moldy rind. I don't think this is a threat to any ecosystems. I don't know if he was in a scientific position to be able to make such an assertion because I still think mold could, but I wasn't going to question his logic. This is just,
That's not on you. I feel like mold could be very bad for any ecosystem.
Absolutely.
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
Mold is so self-contained. It doesn't go anywhere or grow or, jump from thing to
like that
thing.
the opposite.
Fungi will screw you up.
What's the difference between mold and fungi?
One of them's good at parties.
Penny.
I know.
Penny.
I had to.
Oh,
Penny.
Because they're a real fun guy.
That's a fun.
I appreciate that.
That was a fun joke.
Thank you.
We're talking
want to
about
do a
this
real delayed high five?
I'd love a delayed high five. Let's do it again. That was better.
That also helps them get the sounds and video in sync.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
We don't do it at the beginning. We do it partway through, tepidly.
Yes.
And at a staggered pace.
Yeah, because otherwise I want to be part of it. Now, should we address the elephant in the room?
I just really
first of all, it's a dog. Okay, not an elephant. Calm down.
Mayor James Volvo.
It's the mayor.
He's still hanging out.
It's not a dog. It's Mr. Mayor.
Mayor James Volvo still hanging out in the studio. cutie pie that he is. Those eyes full of
Okay.
darkness, lurking in the shadows, as Alan said. And really, all I see is an adorable pup. I guess there's a lot going on inside.
I see
that's dark.
authority and respect.
Yeah, Dirk,
Yeah?
you need to have some like respect for the mayor. You
This is
can't just
the
be saying cute
mayor.
little pup.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
You will be court-martialed if you keep disrespecting the mayor.
I just got out of Pitbull Court. He has his own court as well.
It's weird that so many dogs have so many courts on the island when you think about it. They're like dog
That's true.
names. Yeah.
I was at Pitbull Court in my
Did Pitbull?
I was at Pitbull Court in Miami, and here we've got a lot more dog courts. But I got out of Pitbull Court in Miami just by the skin of my teeth. And he's the judge, so it is unfair.
No.
I think it's inherently unfair that when he takes you to Pitbull Court, he is the judge and the opposition lawyer.
And the executioner.
And
I
the
thought that
jury.
was real far that like it's penalty of death.
Yeah. It's apparently in Pitbull Court, it's always the penalty of death.
Mhm. Stakes. You gotta have them.
Yeah. He runs around to the different parts. It's just you and him, and he's running around to all of the different parts.
Like set
Oh,
up,
you know he's
like
got
the old
different wigs.
barrister
You
wig.
know he's got that old
That's
powdered
cool.
wig up on the judge.
Instead of
judges.
someone with a gavel, it's just a guy on a trumpet going. "Dur, dur, 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 dur."
That's his barrister.
Sorry,
Wait, not
I need
barrister.
to show more
Bailiff.
respect.
Bailiff. That's his bailiff.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
does he have someone go, all rise?
Mhm.
That's the bailiff.
That's the bailiff.
the bailiff. Yeah.
The
and
barrister
then
is
takes
the
trumpet.
lawyer.
Lawyer, yeah.
That's an English lawyer, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was my mistake.
I
I apologize to the people of England and also Pitbull.
I can explain in great detail the differences between the sort of United Kingdom justice system and
Pitbull Court?
Pitbull Court.
yeah,
Please
do it.
do.
Yeah.
Wigs.
Take your time.
Wigs. Pitbull Court famously bald.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the United Kingdom, they like to wear like a
The powdered wig.
powdered wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with
He has the powdered wig there.
Now-
but every time he runs back up to be the judge, he looks at the wig and goes,
He just holds it.
Yeah, he
And then
holds it,
instead, he puts his sunglasses on
and then it's
Cool.
like,
and he pops
hey,
his
Mr.
polo
Worldwide.
shirt collar. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here's a question. Why do they call it a powdered wig? That's not powder.
it used to be
They
powdered.
put powder in to
Really?
make it be less itchy and stuff, and nicer on the scalp.
Oh,
Yeah.
In olden times, wasn't it because there was just rampant lice
Rampant lice,
everywhere,
yeah.
and the powder helped with that somehow?
When you think back, a lot of decisions made in the olden days that were about appearances were real weird and bold.
Mm.
Like there was a lot of arsenic being used to just pale the skin as a foundation. Which-
So yeah, poison.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
Aesthetic poison was
A
a
lot,
common
yeah.
thing.
A lot of makeup was just straight up bad.
I think
Bad things.
even Freud, didn't he like recommend cocaine to like
Yeah.
give a little pink to the cheeks, like
Yeah.
something like that?
Cocaine is a makeup thing?
Yeah,
Really?
Like it gives a lovely pink vigor to
It's
your
why-
complexion.
It's part of the reason why like wealthy aristocrats in their middle years looked haggard as anything, like teeth falling out, was because of the poisons they were using.
Mhm.
But that they probably still could get
They
away with it
looked
because they were
great,
doing
though.
so much
Yeah.
cocaine.
They
Yeah.
did look great.
Yeah.
No one's gonna deny
Also,
them
can I
that.
just say that using cocaine as like a blush does sound like an idea someone on cocaine would have?
For
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. No one started with that.
No, that's
That's
very
definitely
bro. Like, oh my god, what if
justifying.
you just put it on the cheeks?
And justifying to yourself why you
Or-
should keep doing cocaine.
Yeah. Or they're like, every time I put it on the cheeks, some of it makes its way to my mouth and I feel great because of how great I look. This is why. And they don't realize it's the cocaine getting into their blood.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's
wonder
giving
how
them the
much
buzz.
it is absorbing through the skin as well. If you,
probably somewhat.
You'd think so.
yeah.
I mean,
That
as-
powdered wig, do you think
Yeah.
some of that powder on that wig was just
Also, what-
straight up cocaine?
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is the powder? Because when you say powdered wig, my brain goes to like powdered sugar for some reason.
And not talcum powder?
No,
You
'cause,
get
like,
more bugs and lice if it was powdered sugar. I
That's a
imagine.
terrible choice.
I
Yeah.
agree. I wouldn't choose it. That's just where my
Terrible
brain goes to.
decision.
Because I think it's the phrasing of powdered blank.
But you love powders.
I do love powders.
You're a powder expert.
Bench
I
is
love
a man
powder.
of
It's
powder.
weird
This
to
is
me
why I
that-
wanted to
Gentleman's
know
sleuth.
more about this.
It's weird to me that in a world where you love powder so much, you only can think of powdered sugar.
Yeah.
I think of
To catch listeners that anyone who might not know, Bench is a gentleman sleuth, and his method of detecting, being a detective, is almost entirely based on detecting and understanding and recognizing powders.
yes.
Continue.
A lot of people are familiar with like gunpowder as a thing. thing that helps.
One of the more
some
commonly
detected-
known powders.
I thought you were going to say helps the bullet come out the gun. That's genuinely where I
It
thought
does.
the sentence was
That-
going.
That is also
Also,
true.
if you ingest it, gives you a lovely pink shine on your cheeks.
I'm going to try it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try it.
I've never tried it.
Yeah.
And all of my many runnings with different criminal powders, I've
Yeah.
never tried them as makeup.
It's weird because I did see Helen Mirren on the Vogue Get Ready With Me video on YouTube describe using gunpowder. And I thought, come on, Helen.
She's hardcore.
She's a firecracker.
But she looks great.
Looks fantastic.
It explains a lot.
And she credits the gunpowder to that longevity.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating. And to me, all of it is kind of like, I see it as like the like very practical kind of like, it's kind of, you know how there's people who just look at food as like, this is just sustenance. And some people are like, oh, it's an art. You can like really express yourself with it.
And some of it just look at it like yum, yum, yum.
Yummy num.
Is that how you look at food?
Yeah, I think that there's different levels to food, which is like, it's a sustenance thing that keeps you alive. It's
Yum,
an
yum,
art
yum.
form where it can be really good.
Oh,
And
you would
some of
place
us-
yum 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 above it's an art food.
I don't
Art
know.
food.
Art food is like, we're going to take a lot of time creating this dish, everything. Oh, the merging. It's a beautiful art form and I am showing my love. Some of us just like to heat an oven pizza up and then go nom 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 as we dip it into ranch dressing.
Some of us,
Ooh,
All of us.
everyone
All of
loves
us.
pizza and ranch dressing.
that's the only way to have it.
Fantastic.
That's what the TV show The Last of Us is about. It's the last two
Huh.
people who are going to eat ranch dressing with pizza, and it's about how sad the post-apocalyptic world is.
No, you're sure
The
this
only
is
food
The
that
Last of
survives.
Us and not that one episode of Futurama?
You say that one episode of Futurama, like there's not been several hundred
No,
episodes
there's
of
just
Futurama.
a one episode of Futurama.
I'm pretty sure. No, oh my god.
I'm pretty sure
Just-
that was a one-off.
No,
that was
just
a
because
fun...
every single time you turn the TV on, they're showing a repeat.
Yeah.
That's just a coincidence. That's not that there's only one episode.
Are you telling me it's a coincidence that every time I turn on the television, all 5 times that I've done it, it was the one episode that I've seen the other 4 times?
Yeah, there's other
What are
episodes
the chances
of
of
Futurama.
that?
There's definitely other episodes of Futurama. They've
I've
made
yet to
loads of episodes of Futurama.
Yet to seen any proof.
Not as many as The Simpsons,
Oh yeah, that has like 3. Treehouse of
which are
Terror,
yeah. Mhm.
and then the other 2 Treehouse of... Is it Treehouse
You've
of
not
Terror?
even seen the
Treehouse of
monorail
Horror.
one.
I genuinely haven't.
Conan
The
O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien monorail one. That's such. I would assume that would be the
Oh,
first episode people
I
would
have
go to.
seen a clip on YouTube of Conan O'Brien singing that at the Hollywood Bowl, but I have not seen
You
the
didn't
source
know.
material.
You thought that was just an original performance
I thought it
that he
a
was
fun
doing,
thing.
that he came up
Love
with
Conan.
at that time.
We should have Conan on.
We
He's-
should have Conan on.
He said he'll never get in a room with Dirk again, though.
What'd you do to him?
It's just like 2 masculine pairs. It's 2 alpha dogs.
You guys have so many things in common. It's like you're either going to be best friends or worst enemies
And somehow they went to worst enemies.
immediately.
He was kind enough to come. I sort of viewed it as a challenge because it was like, oh, big dog coming to the studio today.
Yeah.
So I,
No, Big Dog, not
Match.
Pitbull or the mayor.
not Pitbull or the mayor,
Third kind of Big
third
Dog.
sort of dog,
Yeah.
big dog. And so I tried to like sort of match and exceed him. He's a very tall man, as we know. So I wore hair. I had a wig essentially that mimicked his hair, and I also put on stilts to be taller that day.
Mm.
And I talked about being from Massachusetts and Boston a lot. He thought I was mocking him. At the end of the day, he thought I was mocking him, and I was starting about going to Harvard. I've never been.
No,
to-
you're not
to
from
Boston.
Massachusetts.
I've never been to
You're
Massachusetts.
you're from the west of the island.
Yeah, so I was making
don't-
stuff up, and he just thought I was mocking him.
You don't even know what a Massachusetts like Boston accent is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Massachusetts Boston accent.
Yeah.
And what I was doing that day was sort of a hello
See,
Boston,
not it.
welcome to Boston.
I mean, arguably, there would have been a point in history where a lot of people were
Wait.
coming over from England and landing in Boston.
Also, supposedly
there was
now
probably
there
a point.
are people who were born in England and live in Boston and have that accent.
Yeah, but
no,
it's
that's
not.
not
I wouldn't
the-
class that as a Boston
Think
accent.
of the cream.
Boston cream pie.
I'm just realizing Boston cream is a thing that came up earlier before this episode
Boston
of Good Morning
cream.
Driftwood.
We was
Bench.
talking about Boston cream.
Bench, we need to have a once. Dirk's going to do it in that voice, but once we need to have a talk with you about
Once?
your lack of
Just once?
preparation for this show. Like you didn't do your vocal warm ups. You've clearly confused callbacks. Like you got to stop. You got to get better sleep. You just have
You need to sleep.
You need to sleep better.
Get your Betty boy.
Here's the can I tell you what my problem is? I think this is the core of the issue. I have been getting horrible sleep.
Yeah.
Horrible. But my watch tells me it's good. It keeps me like, oh, you're so
It's
fresh and ready to go.
gaslighting
And I'm
you?
like, I slept for 2 hours. I'm not
Trust
feeling
the
well.
watch. You always trust the watch. You're not trusting the watch.
The watch isn't going to gaslight you.
Your
I feel
watch
like it
wants
might
what's
be.
your watch wants what's best for your bench.
But
It feels like Hugh Jackman doing a voices in the room. Hugh Jackman doing an accent.
Do you think we'll appeal to the Boston public?
That's what that
what is
feels
the
like?
accent, though? Is it still like...
Do you
kind
remember
of-
that show? Was it James Spader? Boston
Legal?
The Boston
Boston
Legal,
Legal, yeah.
not
James
Boston
Spader.
Public.
With
and they smoked a cigar on the balcony
With
at the end
William
of every
Shatner.
episode.
Unironically love that show.
And they spoke with a classic Boston accent, like I'm speaking with now.
No, this is-
Could
No.
you? This is arguably a step too far, but you know William Shatner's vocal inflections. Can you like the
You
pauses?
do such a good
Can
William
you-
Shatner
No,
impression.
no. Can
William
you do
Shatner in Boston,
Boston Legal. Can you do the voice you're doing, but add in a couple sort of William Shatner dramatic pauses?
We've gone to get the case.
See, that was exactly that episode I watched. That's
Of-
exactly
of
the episode
Boston
I watched
Legal?
of Boston Legal. Yeah.
Wait, now you're buying into this is what a Boston accent
That's
sounds
exactly what that.
I
No,
beseech thee.
that's what a Boston
The
Legal accent
Pitbull
sounds like.
Court.
like? Okay.
There you go.
Remember when he went to Pitbull Court?
I thought
And
you said
he-
the people scored.
No, it was the Pitbull Court.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's
You remember
difficult to understand accents sometimes.
Wait, how
the
many
Boston accent is very difficult
Wait.
to decipher
there's
sometimes.
there's a episode of Boston Legal where they go to Pitbull Court. Now,
Yes.
I know Boston Legal as that show that has 4 episodes, I think.
there were more.
There were
There were
definitely
more?
more
There were
episodes
more.
than that. Yeah,
That's so exciting.
yeah.
I
Way more episodes of that.
Why don't they air them? Is it in the Disney Vault
They air
with
them.
Song of the South?
They air them. It just isn't when you happen to turn on your television, I suppose.
That's on them.
Yeah. That Boston Legal at Pitbull Court was one of the highest rated episodes on Driftwood.
Oh,
Yeah.
crossover.
Mm-hmm. Because he was the only person to ever beat Pitbull at Pitbull Court.
I mean,
Yep.
spoiler alert, but
Yeah.
tell us in
Well, they
detail
have
how.
they have to win in Boston Legal because it's James Spader and William Shatner.
Yeah.
And they're the best. They're the best at what they
Yeah.
do. They can't smoke their victory cigar at the balcony at the end of the episode if they don't win the case.
What are
It's
the
so funny
writers
how
going to
that's
do?
Like 50% of the show.
What would the writers write in if it can't be the victory cigar?
Mhm.
Like, what you want them to talk like two men opening up and expressing emotions? No.
Nope.
What?
Victory cigar.
Masculinity will not allow such a thing.
no.
No. This is not what that show was about. It was about men being men and also
Winning
Boston
in court and Boston
and cigars.
and cigars and James Spader. Probably some crazy sex stuff in there. James Spader.
What?
This is James Spader. No, this is The Office that I'm thinking of. Is him in The Office.
What?
When he was the boss at The Office.
He was?
Yeah.
No,
Do you-
that
Very
show I
briefly.
watched all
And he had a crazy big mansion house.
Don't
And he got
remember
real
that.
weird with stuff.
Yeah.
And he was very eccentric. I'm
It was-
confusing these James Spader characters.
Do you know
No.
I think that's the joy of James Spader as an actor is that you just get like so engrossed in James Spader's acting that
He
you
pulls-
consider
it's
it
true.
being
Now-
all the same character.
So
Mhm.
was it in The Office that he became Ultron and tried to destroy the world?
I assume.
Okay.
Ultron?
Ultron. From Age of Ultron?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have
Was-
to expand the film title there until we get it.
Avengers and Age of Ultron?
No.
Marvel's The Avengers Age of Ultron. Marvel's The Avengers 2 Age of Ultron parentheses 2015. Wow, I really should have done more vocal warm-ups. Let's all say it together. Marvel's The Avengers, Age of Ultron.
wait, the two.
Marvel's The
Avengers
Avengers
2.
Age
of
of
Ultron,
Ultron,
parentheses,
2015,
2015, close parentheses.
Was that the Pepper Potts movie?
I think so.
Pepper Potts was in a lot of them.
Gotcha.
Wait,
favorite.
yes,
Nope.
yes. Didn't Pepper Potts get all like, they were like, oh, we have Pepper Potts in these films and we've given her very little to do. We really get the vibe that Gwyneth Paltrow might be interested in doing just a little tiny extra bit more. Tiny extra bit. So they were like, let's give her some super serum powers.
No, Pepper Potts pickled a pot of pickled peppers. Is that right?
Are you just doing your vocal warm-ups in the middle of this discussion?
You're trying to
Please.
shoehorn in a vocal warm-up?
No.
What?
Guys,
Bench.
I'm so sleepy. All I need to get is just a proper cup of coffee and a proper cup of coffee pot and I'll be
Bench.
fine.
We're talking about Pepper Potts. cool off
Okay,
for a minute.
so-
Personally,
I'm so sorry.
I wish they had just done a Oops All Pepper Potts film for a Marvel film. I want to get more into Pepper Potts' character.
Arguably, I'd say it's called Shakespeare in Love.
We're going to take a break.
Oh,
A long break.
we're gonna take a long break
And
in
we'll
a
be-
minute. We're gonna take a break in a minute.
Is it?
We're not. Matthias is telling us we have to wait.
Do we?
Yeah, we gotta wait.
Feels like a natural
we gotta
break
fill.
point.
No, we gotta fill a little more time.
That's okay.
Matthias doesn't like it when we just aggressively cut to a break instead of doing a very long ramble up to the break.
He's been on a power trip lately,
Yeah.
Matthias.
Yes, ever since the renegotiations with the union, oof,
He's held a grudge.
he has.
It's like
He keeps looking at us with a knife in his hand.
I also
Yeah,
think he's
I don't
really
think he-
fed up of waiting hand and foot on the mayor, who's
It's
always in the
true.
studio now.
it falls to him. A lot of the taking care of the mayor responsibilities fall to him. Yeah. Alan pops in. I think Alan is just skimming the money that should be going to the mayor and the
Yeah.
mayor's responsibilities.
Alan
And I think
seems
he's
to have other
using it
interests.
to take
Yeah.
his beloved on dates.
Mhm.
I'm so
Leslie,
happy
I
for
think
You know
was
them.
the
what?
name.
I'm glad they got
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
I am too.
Hmm
I feel like
They-
they're going to do so much crime together.
Crime?
Just a vibe that I got. Nothing that they said.
Interesting.
Just their energy felt criminal.
Felt sort of Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like
I wasn't
they're
really
gonna
getting
rob
that,
trains.
but I liked that for them. I could see that.
I think
I
it's
like
maybe
that
more
for them.
Alan, and Leslie seemed like she would go along
She's
with it.
very professional. They
Yeah.
didn't have a lot going on in their own lives, so I could see this new romance just becoming all consuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should have them back on.
Yeah. Let's go phone them and see if they're free.
Phone them right now?
Yeah, why not? Let's take a break, phone them, see what they're up to.
Yeah, let's do that. Why not?
Sure.
Oh, they're busy.
They're busy right now. They're not available.
That's a shame.
We'll call them back at a different date. Maybe we can see what they're going to. We just tried both of them.
No
Didn't
answer.
answer.
No.
Probably, we have to assume, doing crime.
Or
For which they will answer.
having a delightful
Pitbull
brunch.
Court.
They could be
Or-
having a brunch.
Yeah.
Without their phones?
No, maybe they're trying to be like modern and like just turn their phone. You know, like we're not gonna stare at our phones. Not
What?
here
Why?
to enjoy each other's company.
Be present in the moment
Yeah.
All right, nerds.
with your friend or lover
Okay.
Or friend lover.
or friend lover.
That's a lover of friends.
That's
Yeah.
one of the top 3 kinds of lovers.
What are the other two?
Mother lover.
Nope.
That's one of your top 2. And what's the other one?
Chocolate lover. They just really love a snack.
Which one is number 1 on the top lovers?
And that's your list.
Yeah.
It's the Penny's list of lovers. We're
Penny's
gonna
list
count
of
them down.
lovers.
So what do we have as the number? We're gonna
Wait.
dial it back. Number 5, lover.
I forgot which
You have
order
3.
I just said
You
those
have-
in.
you didn't
said
necessarily put them in an
mother
order.
lover?
Right.
They said friend lover. I think was number 3. So that one's
Yes.
locked in.
Okay.
Then the top 2 were chocolate lover and mother lover. But we're gonna go back to number 5. So we're gonna have 2 more types of lovers.
Yeah.
For you to on your list of lovers. Penny's list of lovers. This is the number 5 lover on Penny's list of lovers. Hit us with it.
Lover.
Which is-
Mr. Lover, like the hip song.
So how would you describe a lover?
They're usually a gentleman. That's why they've got Mr. in front of their name. Sometimes they finish it with Esquire, but they don't mention that in the song. They didn't want to like get off the rhythm in order to tell you those fine details.
Isn't Esquire indicative of a legal professional,
I
a
believe
la
that is
James Spader and William Shatner in Boston Legal?
Everything is
Welcome
Boston.
to the Boston justice system, governor.
There are 2
You're in
sides.
Boston now.
I really like the opening of Boston Legal where they
Yeah.
were like, there are 2 parts to every legal system. The police that we don't
The
really
police.
we don't deal with them
We
here.
don't like them here.
The other side, James Spader and
James
William
Spa-
Shatner.
They'll take care of that.
Dun, dun.
Conan O'Brien did not like it when I did this. He really didn't like it.
No
No.
wonder.
He thought I was steamrolling and it wasn't good.
The mayor just gave me a paw.
Aw.
No, that's
little handshake.
cute.
Wait, I
little
think you're
gentleman
knighted.
handshake.
I think that means
Finally.
you're
That's
not.
what that means.
That's what that means.
Finally.
He does have that power.
Sir Penelope MacGuffin.
Rolls off the tongue nicely.
Yeah.
And the number 4 lover on Penny's list of lovers is
Glover lover. People who are big fans of that guy that played the dad in Back to the Future.
Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Ah. Could you be a fan
Or
of
Danny.
Donald Glover?
You could be a
I
fan
thought
of
you were
Donald
going
Glover
to say
or
that.
I'm a
Danny
Donald
Glover.
Glover lover,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Oh, wow. The mayor is giving you so many titles.
The mayor just
The mayor-
elevated you to Lord, I believe.
The mayor really wanted attention.
Mayor just gave you another paw. That takes you from knight to lord.
The mayor was like, I need some rubs right now. And if you get distracted doing your dumb list and not continually just give me a little back massage,
Well,
I'm going to be
politicians
raging.
are notoriously
I'm going to let
they
go
they
again.
need
and
a
see
lot
if
of validation and
Oh, it's okay. The mayor thinks that it was Bench. Oh, no, the mayor's back.
the mayor's back on you.
all right, so we have Glover lover.
And then
I'm a
three
Donald
we've
Glover
established.
lover myself. And then number 3 we've established friend lover.
Friend lover.
But the order of mother lover and chocolate
Oh,
lover between 1 and 2, that
Huge reveal.
This is a-
Huge.
Which one is number-
build up to this?
this is sort of a. Are you going to say number 2 or number 1 first? Which
I'm
one are
going
you?
to do number 2 first.
You're going to say which is number 2.
chocolate
this is-
lover.
Chocolate lover.
Yeah.
So that means
Because
that
it's a fun snack, but like you shouldn't eat too much of it.
Ah, so the moderation
So,
pings it down to
in
number
number
2.
1.
Mother lover, baby.
Now, are you talking about the song?
No, there's a song.
There's a song.
Weird. Oh my god.
Let's do a little bit more of that.
It's so interesting to see the table shake.
I was thinking of Dirk's facial
Yeah.
musculature while that's happening is incredible.
I really lock in.
Oh, the mayor's onto you now, Dirk.
Oh, the mayor has recognized that I have the power of the air horns. Like I need to hit this.
This is who
fella.
I gotta hang out with.
Indeed.
No, the mayor does not have headphones on in studio, but somehow
The mayor knows.
The mayor knows.
Intuits.
The mayor knows what the mayor knows.
The mayor
knows.
intuits.
Well,
So mother lover is the number 1
mother
lover.
lover is number 1.
unbelievable.
There we
Well,
go. The Lonely Island boys would be proud.
they would.
They knew it. They told us.
Andy,
They told us from the beginning.
Akiva,
Even though
The rest,
Yorma.
even though their name is actually a pretty rude take on Driftwood.
it's true. It is a little offensive.
Yeah, we're
The
not.
Lonely Island.
Yeah, remember they named themselves after us.
We took it as a personal attack.
We are coming out at all the podcasts today.
Yeah.
We're coming out hard. Conan, Lonely Island,
Let's get a third
James
one in.
Spader.
I love
With the
James
James
Spader's
Spader podcast.
Have like a-
Welcome to the James Spader
Oh,
podcast.
Do you not think he's gotten a little bit too right wing though?
James
Like
Spader?
over the years, his opinions have gotten real. I mean,
Or Ultron.
it's a traditional thing with anyone with a podcast, but I did feel when he started to try and destroy the world, it got a bit
That
the
was,
moment
that was a lot.
you would start a podcast, it is just a gradual
slippery slide.
decline
Which is-
into right wing.
Which is why we stay on radio. This
Indeed.
is a radio
It's a
show.
pure format.
Now, if anyone is releasing this in another form, that's not us. Well, the mayor seems to be getting excited, and I think that's our cue to go to a break. We'll see you when we come back on Good Morning Driftwood. Bye-bye.
Good Morning Driftwood is executive produced and hosted by Zach Stewart, Laura Hotchkiss, and Daniel Kvoras. Engineered and produced by Zach Stewart. Music by Daniel Kvoras.